Mm, 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 mm. How y'all doing out there? It's your uncle EJ, always your mother's brother and your grandmother's good-looking son and your grandmother's good-looking son. And what can I say? What can I say? They're wrong. They're getting it all wrong. Or is it, you know, maybe this much smidgen of the truth muddled in all this other stuff where people have no idea what they're talking about. It's crazy to me. Astounding, actually, because I don't think anybody besides the lawyers, the clients, and maybe law students who they have access to this stuff have seen as much of this case as I have. I don't think any of you have. Probably got 3 or 4 blogs on it. But why are they all getting it wrong? Why are they all getting it wrong? Is everybody getting their information from the same place? Because it's not like they're reading the information to get an opinion. You know what I'm saying? They're reading the information or they're floating around an opinion. Did that make sense? Let me rewind that. They're looking at a set of information and gleaning from that one thing that is the completion or the totality of it. But let's talk because the case is not over. The case is not over. Stay tuned. Let's go.
E.J.,
Always.
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 representing that wave gang. E.J.,
Always.
E.J.,
Always.
E.J.,
Always.
Okay, we ain't gonna do it till you ain't got time. I got other stuff to do today, and the football game is coming on. The Cowboys are playing Indianapolis later, so I want to see that. I got some moves to make. But anyway, let's talk. Okay, original case, as you can see, filed September 10th, 2020. Right, original summons and complaint. 40 pages of rhymes in a notebook. That joy right there, right? Original summons and complaint was that long thing that they was reading on everything, restore order, yada 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 yada, with all these different joints on it, right? All these different joints on it. Okay, so let's fast forward to, let's see, wrong one. Give me a second. All right, here we go. In March 17, 2021, you had the decision on the motion, right? I believe it was the third motion. It had been the second. But anyway, um, in this decision, out of the 16 actions in the case, I believe 15 were dismissed, right? So we scroll down to the bottom of this. Da, 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 yada, yada, yada. All right. So they dismissed the complaint, granted to the extent of directing the clerk to sever and dismiss counts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All of these relate to partnership, ownership, and kind of tie in together. So without one, you don't have them all. So all of these were dismissed, right? We're going to get something even more, a little better down the line, but stay tuned. All of these were dismissed. The ones that were not, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. You have the breach of fiduciary duty, which is number 4. Number 7, the promissory estoppel. Number 8, the unjust enrichment. Number 9, quantum merit. And number 11, the violation of the right of publicity. Now, the thing about these last 5 causes that are still left pending in the case is that number 8, which is the unjust enrichment, is the one that can really get Norbes paid, as they say, get him the bag. Why is that? Because unjust enrichment means that someone else became rich unjustly off of your efforts and your work. And if the court sees that or finds that in Norbes' favor, then they award him financially, right? Okay. So you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different causes that are proceeding in the case, but you had the previous 11, because I mean 16 minus 11 is 5. Yeah, 16 minus 11 is 5. Yeah. Okay, 16 minus 11 is 5. So 11 of the ones that got dismissed, right? Norbes' attorney immediately appealed those 11 causes that were dismissed almost immediately, while the original case with the other 5 pending causes of action is still going on, right? You follow me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Okay, okay. So, as you see here, which one is this? Let's make sure. Let's walk you down the road. This is on the 22nd. It's basically the court decree about the causes, saying that he failed for the other for number 2 and 3, but he did according to plaintiff's claims number 4, 7, 8, 9, and then you'll get down further. And I believe he got number 11 as well. Okay. All right. Let's go further. All right. In the original case, because let's talk about the original case, because maybe y'all not be privy to all of the original case. There was affidavits given by Eric Beasley and Chico and Smack White in the case. You know, in these affidavits, you have to state these things that are true and these things that are not true in this affidavit. Well, in this affidavit, particularly number 41, plaintiff had no knowledge in creating the Ultimate Rap League website or social media accounts, and plaintiff never had access to any Ultimate Rap League websites or social media accounts. Affidavit, you know, it's on the record, you know, it's all legal and shit, right? So just keep fast forward. Norbes' lawyers, one reached out and said that I guess it's about the whole Mayweather thing, whether who was lying or whatever. That's little. But anyway, what we want to see here is it says, furthermore, discovery has revealed that plaintiff held access to defendant's Facebook account, plaintiff being Dagoberto Velez. As the court is aware, defenseless falsely claimed that plaintiff held no access to social media in their motion to dismiss 1, the affidavit of Eric Beasley, and their motion to dismiss 2. Plaintiff notified defendants of this falsity, and defendants claim that they plan to notify the courts of this false statement made under oath. So Norbes' lawyers called Eric in a little bit of, and they called the lawyers and like, what's up with this? And so they're going to address the court, or, you know, URL's lawyers will address the court about what happened as far as inaccurately claiming that Norbes had no administration rights to these. Anyway, so, however, plaintiff submits that this is further reason for the court to permit plaintiff to file a reply to clarify plaintiff's position regarding partnership given this new revelation, as plaintiff disagrees with defendant's characterization of the facts surrounding the issue. So throughout this whole court case, even though the original case is going forward and certain causes have been thrown out, you know, as any good legal, they're going to keep trying to find ways to bring back some of the things that got dismissed, or if they can try to argue them different. So they're attempting to do this, and, you know, it's kind of falling on deaf ears. Now let's go forward. So here is Eric Beasley's second affidavit. Yeah, the second one. And this second one, where he's kind of amending something that he said in his first one, that wasn't necessarily true, right? Because he realized that in the first one, that, you know, he said that Norbes didn't have access to, you know, any of that stuff. Let's go back. I don't want to go all the way back. Let's see. But anyway, I don't want to go all the way back. I don't want to lose my spot. Beasley basically said Norbes had no access whatsoever. He came back and said, because basically Norbes' lawyers reached out to URL's lawyers and they told Beasley, say, you got to do something about this. Similarly, 41 of my November 6, 2020 affidavits stated plaintiff had no involvement in creating the Ultimate Rap League website or social media account, and plaintiff never had access to any Ultimate Rap League websites or social media accounts. I am informed that recently plaintiff's counsel has accused me of perjury because, unbeknownst to me at the time of my November 6, 2020 affidavit, plaintiff had at one time moderator privileges, not administrative privileges, for the Ultimate Rap League Facebook page. I stand by the substantial truth of the above statements in my November 6, 2020 affidavit, but to clarify the record and avoid any further accusation of inaccuracy, I wish to clarify the following facts. Plaintiff did not have access to the Ultimate Rap League's YouTube account. Plaintiff did not have access to Ultimate Rap League's Instagram account. Plaintiff did not have access to Ultimate Rap League's Twitter account. Plaintiff did not have access to any of the online accounts by which the Ultimate Rap League monetizes its online accounts. For some period of time, plaintiff did have moderator privileges to the Ultimate Rap League Facebook pages, but defendants never granted plaintiff administrative privileges, which would have given him more control over the contents of the Facebook page. So this is the amended affidavit, or, the corrected, let me get it right, the corrected affidavit of one Eric Beasley on the motion number 1. Right? Okay. That's September 9th, 2021. The original one was in November 2020. Right? Okay. So let's fast forward. Norbes' lawyers, the guys that y'all thought were fumbling around. Anyway, Norbes' lawyers reach out with a little bit of juice. A letter that Norbes got from Facebook. As you will see, this letter is dated the 27th of January, 2021. Hi, Chino. That's Mr. Velez. You're getting this email to inform you that you are no longer an admin on URL, the Ultimate Rap League. Hello, Chico. You're getting this email to confirm that you're no longer an admin on URL, the Ultimate Rap League. You were removed on January 20th, 2021 at 12:05 p.m. If you still want to roll on URL, the Ultimate Rap League, you can ask one of the page admins to add you again. If you think you were removed because another admin's account was hacked, let us know. January 27th, 2021. Y'all know numbers? Y'all know numbers? I'm older. Sometimes I write them down. I think I've got this though. November 6, 2020, first affidavit, right? Because we're talking about the original case. We're not talking about the appellate court case. We're talking about the one in the Supreme Court. We're going to get to that. Anyway, so we're talking about November 6, 2020, original affidavit by Eric Beasley. Right? Then you got September 9th, 2021, corrected affidavit by Eric Beasley. Right? Okay. November 9th, corrected affidavit, and then November 14th. 14th. Chino, Mr. Velez, gets a letter from Facebook that says you are no longer an admin and you removed January 27th, 2021. January 27th, 2021. And they ain't even do it. Like, you were an admin on here though. So even when he admitted in the corrected affidavit that you might have been a moderator, Facebook said you were an admin. That's from like Facebook security at Facebook. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going further. Right. So, like I said earlier, you had the oral arguments or whatever. The judge threw out 11 of them, dismissed them. Let's see. What I have found something good in one of these that I wanted to read to you guys. me see. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. Okay, so here, if you look at the bottom, this is last year in March as well. The the motion to dismiss. Um, the motion to dismiss altogether was denied with the accounts 4, 7, 8, 9, and 11, and it's going to proceed further. All right, let's go. Now, if you see here, it says, please take notice that Plaintiff Dagoberto Velez appeals to the appellate court, First Division, for the order of the Honorable Barry Ostringer, dated, entered, blah, 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 dismissing the counts, yada, yada, yada. So this is Norbes appealing the counts that were dismissed in the original complaint, but the other 5 are still ongoing, right? So as you see, where everybody got this big burst of news where they thought they knew everything, you know, the Supreme Court dismissed Norbes's dismissed his appeal. So the 11 causes of action or causes that were in the original case were dismissed. They went to the appellate court and were upheld, basically, right? Okay, let's go forward, right? Okay. For this case to be over, y'all, this is a strange letter that we get some December 2nd, right? See, this is what it says. This is, let's go all the way up. See, this is the Supreme Court of the New York, Supreme Court of the State of New York Commercial Division. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an order to show cause. Of course, as y'all know, that URL's lawyers acted unethically in removing Norbes' name from the Wikipedia URL page. And such as it is, when you're being sued or even or thought about being sued, you can't change any documents yourself, let alone it's unethical for your lawyer and unprofessional for them to do it. So they have to answer questions on that on December 12th. December 12th, which is, I think, is after, after the date of the appellate court. Oh, I lost the page. Anyway, so the last thing that I wanted to bring up, because y'all can look up unjust enrichment, y'all can look up the Blue Man Group, and y'all can see that that man made $3 million off just unjust enrichment, which is one of the causes. Anyway, on September 17, 2021, the court accepts the amended complaint as the operative complaint without ruling on the propriety of the filing of the amended complaint, which largely incorporates verbatim causes of action that were previously dismissed. The motion to dismiss the amended complaint is granted to the extent of dismissing the replete causes of action and the new cause of action for a constructive trust. The court accepts the addition of Smack White as a defendant to the extent it is named on the remaining causes of action. The court will ultimately conform the pleadings to the evidence adduced at trial, and discovery should be construed broadly, recognizing that there is significant overlap between the dismissed and remaining claims. I'm going to read it again. The court will ultimately conform the pleadings to the evidence adduced at trial, and discovery shall be construed broadly, recognizing that there is significant overlap between the dismissed and remaining claims. So that's why, even though all 11 of those claims, even though they have went to the appellate court and been upheld in the original court, if the discovery turns out and the judge feels like that something in the discovery leads to ownership, it can be brought back up. Right. So we're still debating wins and losses and what is a win for Norbes and what's a loss for Norbes or what's a win-win for everybody. Well, at this point, I don't think it could be a win-win for everybody because at this point, URL has spent a lot of money defending themselves. A whole lot of money. So much money that they probably could have just paid Norbes the money that they've been paid. But I digress, right? I digress, you know. But is a win for Norbes ownership? Or does just Norbes always just wanted his money? And when you go to lawyers, they say all these things. Hey, this is also, you can put this is on the table. You put this on the table. Just like when you go down there to them folks at the courthouse in the criminal proceedings and they put about 30, 11 charges on you and you really only did 2. That's so they can break it all the way down to where, hey, we'll dismiss this, and this if you cop out to this, that, and the third. So a lot of that is going on, a lot of legalese, a lot of back and forth. So when I say to you that the case is not over and that Norbes can get paid, get a bag, get a dime, I know what the hell I'm talking about. The case is not over. If we want to go all the way, it's a lot of stuff, bro. So if you see here, notice of deposition upon oral examination, September 28th, Eric Beasley, John French, Troy Mitchell, representative of Smack White LLC, representative of Ultimate Rap League LLC. Yeah, all 5 of those had to do legal depositions. Those have already taken place, I believe, every last one of them. Right. Then you got down to, like I said, this stuff right here is where the latest stuff that you guys are hearing about the differences in the revisions on Wikipedia. Yeah, all that's right here. Yeah, all that's right here. See, Street Star Norbes stricken from the record. Not the record, but stricken from the page. What's my IP? Y'all see that? You can look up the IP ID, blah, blah, blah. So Norbes' lawyers, who y'all think are pretty nice. They're pretty nice. Ultimate Rap League, it was changed 17th of November, 425. Let's keep going. Who was it changed by? There's your IP, 3898 16710. Let's keep going. Now here they're having the answer for. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. Common name, VPNpriorcashman.com. Yeah. Yeah, these slouches that y'all talking about, it's on that game, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. We the basketball game, the football game, the bloody soccer game, whatever y'all want to call it, it's not over yet. See that? Yeah. The case is not, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all been misinformed. Right? You see this? Order to show cause motion sequence number 5. Day November 29, 2022. We got another meeting, boom, on the 12th of December. That's coming up, right? Are we past what? Yeah, it's just the 4th. I could count pretty good. If I can't count, I know what numbers look like. I'm pretty sure I know what numbers look like. But anyway, all I want to say is be careful when people try to put something out to shape a narrative for you. And maybe some folks looked at the information and gleaned from that information that, oh, it's all over. Maybe they were misinformed, or maybe they were just going off of what somebody said. I can't speak for anybody else. All I can speak for is that I've been following this case more than any of these folks that y'all been talking to. I just don't blog every day, every week, or every month, every 3 months. I just don't be blogging. I have other stuff to do, bro. Real talk. Like, battle rap doesn't make me any money. It's a hobby to me. So anything that I invest in, it has to glean something for me. But when I saw so many people getting this all wrong, I figured I might have to say something because I don't want people to come off as idiots, because they're definitely not idiots, but they might be ignorant of the truth. And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant of the truth when you can shed some light on it. So as pure wave gang thing as I do, you know what I'm saying, being a representative, ambassador of this thing, the whole, I come to balance the tide. So when I see things going amok, I have to show and prove. So with that being said, Monty.
E.J.
Always.
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 Representing that wave gang. E.J.
Always.
E.J.
Always.
E.J.
Always.
E.J.
Always.
You are now rocking with
DJ Ladybug.
On the ones and twos, and just call me Monty on everything. Y'all know what it is.